our esteemed resource person to have light on this one. Thank you very much.
So after the lunch, this is second session. Okay. So in this session, the topic is governance and regulatory framework in Indian education institutions. Actually, the both sessions are correlated, and almost there is no basic difference. We can uh, interlink with each other. The earlier was related with the strategic planning, means leadership kind of activities. Here also, it is also leadership activities, and I have seen that someone has taken the session on leadership, right? So, in this case, what we want to discuss, these points are here. Number one, governance ecosystem in Indian higher education institutions. Number two, faculty specific responsibilities in governance and compliance. Number three, we are aware UGC, ICT, NEC, NBA utilize NEP 2020 reforms and strengthen quality assurance through IQAC and documentation and contribute effectively to institutional governance bodies. So these will come in this discussion, and of course, I'll try to connect with the leadership qualities and some leadership portion. Now, first of all, what is governance? If we try to understand what is governance, actually, governance is the core part of management. Of course, the top level management, and that is refers the system, structure, roles, and process through which an organization is directed, controlled, and held accountable. These three words: direction, control, and accountability. These three words. These are the core words of management. You know, the basic functions of the management are divided into five ways. Number one is planning. Number one is planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. These are the basic five functions of management. And out of these five functions, here is quoted direction and control, and of course, accountability. Now, these accountability also come under head of control. So you see, direction and control. So what is management? Management can be defined from various aspects. One definition is clear. Management is a process where these five functions are executed: planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. Planning, we have discussed in the first part, one type of planning only, that is strategic planning. Right? There are various types of planning, as I mentioned also, tactical planning, right? So this planning. Then organizing. Planning is the initial stage. Then we need to execute this plan. That is the comes under the heading of organizing. Right? Then staffing. Staffing means recruitment and selection. Leading means leadership, which is discussed by someone in one session. British here. Leadership. Planning, organizing, leading, staffing, and controlling. Now, these two things, you see, direction and controlling is very important, because you know, if there is no controlling power, right? If there is no controlling power, we cannot drive our vehicle. Suppose one vehicle is being given to you, you just ride, you can accelerate up to 160 km per hour, provided there is no brake. What is that? Vehicle is first class. Everything is okay. You can gear up to 160 kilometers per hour, but there is no. So we are not able to drive the car. Similarly, if there is no controlling authority, if there is no system or mechanism of control, then management will not function properly. So there are some controlling techniques, tools are used in management, and the basic part is that uh, when one assignment will be given to you, there will be some benchmark that is standard. Right? Suppose one worker has given some work, right? Just say you complete this work, say 1,000 bricks are here, you have to bring all these bricks inside the building, right? This is standard 1,000. Now, at the end of the day, you can observe three kinds of results. The worker may complete the 1,000 bricks, or he can bring more than 1,000 bricks, or he can bring less than 1,000 bricks. So, what is this? The first one is standard, 1,000 bricks you have to bring. Because it is past from past experience, it is from the history, it is from the record. One worker can shift 1,000 units from this place to that place. This is standard, right? And what the worker has actually done, this is the actual performance. Now, after comparing, we can get three results, right? Over performance, under performance, and at par. If the worker performs better than that of the standard, he would be awarded, rewarded. And if he is not able to perform as per standard, he needs the training, development, etc. In spite of providing suitable training and development, he fails to achieve the target. He should be, he should be that's not, it should be removed from this position. It should be removed. So this is the power of controlling. So controlling must be there. And direction, leading, accountability, across with this. Accountability. Accountability means when you will be given some authority and responsibility. Authority will be given. Authority means what? Authority means power to complete the work legally. Suppose you are the director of this institution, so you have some power. The legal power, this is a unique power. You have been given this power. You can execute these things in that way, in this thing, and that way. So this is accountability. But management is saying accountability, authority and accountability go simultaneously. Without accountability, you cannot fulfill the purpose of authority. Authority and responsibility will go side by side. So without authority, you cannot fulfill, you cannot take the accountability, and without accountability, you cannot accomplish the authority. So authority, accountability, controlling, direction, all these things should be kept in the mind when you are given the power to frame out the system, structure, rules, process, etc. So this is in simple governance. And in simple terms, governance is how decisions are made, who makes them, and how those decisions makes are held responsible. It's not only that you have make out the framework decisions, not that, but how these things will be applicable, how these things will be materialized. That is also the part of the governance. So. If we go to the next slide, let's see relationship between the governance and leadership, because this is closely related. We promote the governance system, we make it. So I think that we need to understand the leadership and the governance. These are almost same, but there is some differences. What is the difference? You see, governance sets the framework, how the work will be done. I have used the word how. How the work will be. Leadership operates within it. They are responsible to execute it. The one leader will execute it. I may be the part of a governance, I may be the part of a leader. Understand? I may be at the same time, I may frame out the policy. At the same time, I can try to execute this policy. So, governance and the leadership are closely associated. So, governance provides roles, policies, and oversight. And leaders acts within this framework to guide people and decisions. Is it clear, sir? Is it clear? Governance and leadership. Huh? So governance output is the framework. Governance has structured how the students will take admission in this campus, right? And maybe one or two persons are the part of this governance. But admission committee is there to complete the admission process. So they are executing, they are the leaders. So there might be difference between the governance and leadership. Now, what the next difference? The next difference is that governance defines what and why. Leadership defines how it will be completed, how it will be executed. So sets goals and purposes. I was saying that this is closely related with the earlier section. Governance sets the goals, strategic planning. Who will make the strategic plan? Leadership determines how to achieve them. And the third, governance monitors compliance and risk. Leadership drives execution and results. And the fourth one is that governance check progress, leadership motivates and guides team. What is the next? Both are interdependent. This is the interesting part. That is why I'm trying to make out that when you are using the word governance, you have to try to understand this of the part of it. The type of the leaders are not same. Those who are sitting at the top level, they are doing this kind of job, strategic planning. They are came up with the governance model, how we will work. And maybe beyond that, in your campus, there is no governance model. Say, HEIs, right? All India Council for Technical Education. Say for MBA, say for UGC, we are the governing body in that case. And we are following these rules. On the basis of that rule, so we are frame out the strategic planning. So top level leaders are here, they are also following these frame out or rules and guidelines. Well, set up these are the governing body also. So what I'm saying, and another example I have given, so how the admission will be executed, that is framed out by the governing body of our college. Right? Maybe managing director is here, maybe ministerial representative is here, so they are the governing body. Right? And we people are taking the admission process. So in both the cases, you see, all these things are interrelated. So the point is that both are interdependent. Strong governance needs effective leadership, and leadership must be anchored by good governance. Clear? Okay. So what I want to you see, this is the point. If I understand the governance, what is governance, then it comes. So why governance matters for people? Ensures academic freedom with accountability. This is the first point. Because governance will give the academic freedom. Now, academic freedom and power and authority, all these three words are almost same. Why difference is here? When I telling this power, there will be different powers. But when I am telling authority, only the legitimate power, legal power, authority and power, right? You are the director, you have the power. What is the power? The positional power. This position is giving you the power, right? But you are an expert on your subject. This is also power. This is your inherent power, or subject power, or expert power. So this is also power. And for this power, you can influence your students. You can be the leader of your classroom. So this is also power. But when we talk the authority, it is also the legal power. Only the legal power, this legitimate power. Now, this academic freedom, think why I'm explaining this power authority. This academic freedom will obtain from the governance, but depends on your inherent and legitimate power. All the teachers have the academic freedom. All the teachers. But do you think all the teachers have the same power in the campus? Never. Never. So it depends on the individual concern how he will exercise his power. It's not like that all the powers have been given by the director and all the top level managers. You should have some inherent power. You have to exploit this power. Then the students, then the others will follow you as a leader. So this I'm talking academic freedom. Academic freedom is there, but this is not enough. You have to add with other power, and of course with accountability. Because without accountability, if you exercise your freedom and power, it will not bring the goodness for the institution. Accountability should be there, authority and responsibility. Authority and responsibility. Authority will be there without responsibility. আমরা বাংলায় যারা পড়েছি আমরা পড়েছিলাম যে যে বলছিলাম ক্ষমতাহীন দায়িত্ব দায়িত্বহীন ক্ষমতা ঠিক আছে এই ব্যাপারটা পড়েছিলাম যে হিস্ট্রিতে পড়েছিলাম সো মিনস আপনাকে রেসপন্সিবিলিটি দিয়েছে পাওয়ারটা রেখে দিয়েছে বা পাওয়ার দিয়েছে আপনার রেসপন্সিবিলিটি একসঙ্গে থাকে অথরিটি অ্যান্ড রেসপন্সিবিলিটি and data this is the part of the management. It is theory of administrative theory prescribed by Henry Fayol, and it is also 100 years ago Henry Fayol suggested 14 principles of management. And these out of these 14 principles of management, relating to that, I am suggesting everyone, if you are not aware, you will go through these 14 principles of management. If you are in a position to handle the situation, handle an institution organization, then you must go to the 14 principles of management prescribed by Henry Fayol. Right? All especially these 14 principles will help you how to use the management properly for the interest of the stakeholders of your organization. So out of these 14 principles, so one is the authority and responsibility. And he was suggested 100 years ago, without authority, responsibility should not be there, and without responsibility, authority should not be exercised. So both should be there for the welfare of the organization. Out of the 14 principles, other few principles are most important, like one is subordination of individual interest to the general interest. It's very interesting. Subordination of individual interest to the general interest. He's saying, what is the nature of the leader? What's a leader? Come away. He will forget his own interest for the interest of the organization. The organization interest will be prioritized to his own interest. That is the line. Subordination of individual interest to the general interest. সবার সাথে নিজের স্বার্থকে বিসর্জন দিতে হবে। So other points are there like centralization, decentralization, division of labor, discipline, order, aesthetic costs. These are the 14 principles which are closely related with the governance. So how will you be a good governor? How you make a part of good governance? So different principles and management theories are here, like as classical, scientific theory, then administrative theory, lot of theories are here. But so far I will look at it, it's very interesting that authority and responsibility, which is prescribed in the Henry Fayol. Now, why governance matters for the faculty? Ensures academic freedom with accountability. This is the most important point. The governance matters for a faculty. Without any prescribed rule, without any prescribed framework, I cannot exercise my power. Why I'm interested in the power to arrest it, right? To arrest something. So this is as per governing outcome. provides structure for curriculum development, impacts workload, evaluation, promotions, enables transparent decision making. This transparent decision making. Suppose your governing body is suggesting that whenever you conduct interview, you have to take the review accordingly. So this is the result of the governing body. But as a leader, you have to follow this. What is this? Enables transparent decision making. Right? Whatever the admission system, you have to display in the website. So this is the result of the governing body's notion or execution. So what is this? Enable transparent decision making. Right? Whatever the decision will be taken by the board will be noticed within 24 hours. This is transparency, enables transparent decision making. Supports a quality culture in teaching learning, links faculty performance with institutional accreditation. So, for these points, governance matters for a faculty. Governance is important. The reasons why governance is important. Now, what they were the bodies uh, which are prescribing the decisions, resolutions, or guidelines under which we have to operate our daily activities in the higher education institutions or organizations. So these are UGC, AICT, NET, NBA, professional councils, etc. If you are in faculty of the institute, you have to uh, understand what they are saying. All the guidelines are there. You have to take decision of the best of their guidelines. If you want to go for NET accreditation, then you have to follow their guidelines. If you go to this notice some regarding promotion, regarding publication and all these things, you have to follow that UGC rules. And if it is engineering, then only the accounting for technical education. Like as a NET, in case of technical education, it is MBA. NET is for 5 years, now is in the transition period, that is trying to change their existing policy and within a very short period of time they will come into the new SOP, right? And NBA for 3 years. NBA for 3 years. National Board of Accreditation. And professional other councils for medical, for law, right? See, what the point is that now this governance is also becomes a contradictory for us sometimes. Why? Because what is the resolution comes from the upper layer, it is not also sometimes same. Because UGC is saying state and central government also has some policies. Institutional leadership. Understand? In the beginning, I was saying that the governance is this level also and that level also. So I am an assistant professor. I am working at the below level, and in our institution, VC, deans, director, principal, HODs, they are also taking decisions, and I have to follow this. Now, sometimes what happens? These are not same. These contradicts with that. So it becomes once again a problem. So once again, I am talking about the 14 principles of management. Henrico suggests that there must be unity of command. Out of the 14 principles, one is the unity of command. Means what a senior or superior, those who are working at the top level, senior, when the senior will give the instruction or direction or order, maybe two seniors. I have the HOD, I have the principal. So, principal and HOD, I am receiving the command, maybe sometimes I am receiving the command from HOD, from the principal. Both the commands should be same. If it is not same, it should create a problem in my work or execution. So, this is called unity of command. But in practice, we find sometimes it becomes a problem for us. We see different orders. The government is saying like that. UGC is saying at least 90 days class in one semester is compulsory. Right? Now, university is not giving 90 days because exam system is not conducted at the uh, uh, after the at a systematic way. So we are not giving 90 working days. And government holidays are also interrupting these things. And suppose vacation system is also contradicts with that. So you see, these problems we are facing almost in all the cases across the country, all the cases. So governance, multi-layered governance influenced by UGC, state and central government policy, institutional leadership, internal committees, and faculty play a critical role in each layer. So this is the problem. This is also the understanding matter. Now, you cannot avoid the guidelines of UGC. You cannot avoid the guidelines of central and state government. But we are avoiding. We have no option. UGC is saying the teacher-student ratio must be 1:40. In case of lab, it is 1:25. But practically in some colleges, in some universities, we are following 1:100. Why? Because government is taking decision. Right. So these problems are there. In spite of that, we have to understand these are the bodies which framework the governance policies, and we are bound to comply with the policies. Understood? Okay. Now, something happened. Okay. Now, what UGC is saying about the faculty's responsibility, we know each and every part, but we are just going through once again. UGC functions that directly impact faculty. UGC is saying the faculty's qualifications, and UGC is saying about the UG is saying about the API, academic performance indicators, right? Then promotion system. All these guidelines are there. Can you tell me what is the UGC regulations right now we are following? What is the name of the regulation? Yes, UGC regulations 2018. So it is available in the Google. If you click it is available. So if you are interested to promote yourself, then you have to go through that. What is required for promotion? What is the next promotion? When it will be due? So all these things are there. Minimum qualifications, academic workload norms. How many classes will be taken by one assistant professor? For assistant professor, how many classes will be allotted? Right. For HOD, what is the evaluation? How many classes will be reduced for being an HOD? So these things are written in the UC norms. CBCS and outcome-based curriculum. CBCS and CBCS we know right now after implementation of NEP. Outcome-based curriculum. This is popularly applicable for engineering courses. Now you see, once again, in the past session, I told that we need to address the student, and after we have to satisfy the students, whether the students are satisfied or not. This thing is same, outcome-based curriculum. If you teach this thing, then what the students will obtain? What is the outcome from the, and there are two outcomes, course outcome and the program outcome. Course outcome means particular subject, right? Paper, 100 marks. Program means for 3 years, for 4 years. After 4 years, what he will learn and how it will be benefited for the society. For engineering students, they need to mapping. It's called mapping. CO, PO, and another part is P, PEO. CO, PO, and PEO. Mapping means CO, we have to do PO, and what will be the PEO. Right? So in other some of the other cases it is not there, but in future it will be there. So course outcome, program outcome, and finally what will be the for the society and outreach and all these benefits are there. So outcome-based curriculum. Actually, this is also the marketing technique. Means if we teach the students and after the completion of the whole course, how the student will be capable to cope up with the societies. And we have to ensure at the beginning of the course. If the students are satisfied, then they are ready to buy your service. Otherwise, they will not take admission in your institution. So this is happening. That is why the students are moving towards private institution. So UGC also saying the outcome-based curriculum, you have to prepare curriculum outcome-based. If you teach Sanskrit this part, what will be the outcome? Outcome means it will be benefited for the not only student of course specifically, but for society in general. Definitely for students benefit first, then for society. And what would be the position of anti-ragging, grievance redressal, gender sensitization? Faculty must ensure compliance through documentation, awareness of circulars, implementation of in classrooms. So who is saying? UGC is saying faculty's responsibility means our responsibility. Now AICT is saying is like that. Huh? Model curriculum implementation, internship, industry linkage. It is compulsory in case of engineering colleges. Industry linkage. And you know, in case of their promotion as per 7th Pay Commission, saying that they have to, all the faculties have to take the training from the industry, not from academy, like it's our training. It's not like that. The faculties go for training also in industry. So try to understand what on which direction we are moving. Because if we are not trained what is going in the industry, so how it is possible to teach the students? And it's very good in our technical institution, TIG in Tripura. There are some new initiatives have been taken by the government and the College of Ed also. The Idea Lab, different types of products design and all these things are going on. And drone lab is also established. So these are becoming the part and parcel of the education system. The NEP is forcing to change the whole scenario, whole scenario. That is important, and that is why industry linkage, student employability means internship, industry linkage, student employability, and I am adding that faculties also forced to go for industry training. It was not there earlier. Now it is there in the 2018 UGC regulations and AICT regulations. And startup innovation ecosystem, startup. Then startup becomes also important part, right? Now, what a new institution can do for startups? Basically, it's applicable for professional and engineering institutes. That is AICTE. Startup and innovation ecosystem, training and ability obligations following AICTE faculty data and qualifications. So this is for applicable for engineering part. Now, NEC, what matters must know, NEC accreditation. So, till now there are 7 criteria, but in the new system there will be 10 criteria. It is not all till now announced, but I got the opportunity to attend one program at Delhi. So, director was addressing. So, in the new system there will be different phase. The first phase is accredited or non-accredited. First phase, and that is through online. The physical visiting will be not there. The NEC authority will visit your institution. It's not there. You have to upload all these things, and after all, after completion of the process, you will be certified as institution is accredited or institution is not accredited. After first phase, after a certain period of time, maybe 2 years or 3 years will be given, not 5 years. After first phase, second phase also through online, third phase also online, and from fourth phase probably there will be system for physical verification. It is not officially announced, so for it's an informal discussion. So and up to fifth level, level one, level two, level three, level four, level five. So level five is international academics. Higher educational institution will be graded by fifth level accreditation by NAC, then it will be global acceptance. Right? So accreditation level 1, accreditation level 2, 3, 4, 5 in this way, the NAC will accredit your institution in future. And the first level is yes or no. And after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So totally 6 layer will be here. Once again, I am saying that this is not officially notified. It will be notified soon. Then we will come. But the things are almost same. The 10 criteria will be almost same. 7 criteria is there. 7 criteria are there. One criteria is split into 2 criteria like that, and another point is there. Sustainable development is added. So what I remember, sustainable development. So these are the old criteria: curriculum design and development, teaching, learning, evaluation, research, innovation and extension, student support and progression, governance, leadership and management, institutional values and best practices. So we have to work in all the areas with these 7 criteria in our institution for getting accreditation in the NEC. Now, how the faculties can contribute in these areas: lessons plans, teaching, innovations, research, publications, mentoring, participation in committees, maintaining documentation and evidence for NEC. Now, this slide is very interesting. This slide, why I have prepared this. Now, institution is going for NEC. So, what is my responsibility? What should I do? What can I do? Specifically, you can contribute in these areas. And if you think seriously, you will see this is not for the institutional interest only, this is for personal development also. If I take the class seriously, lesson plan, if I prepare the lesson plan, and lesson plan, to me, lesson plan is not like as in those who are pursuing BEd courses. Lesson plan means you make a plan how you will teach the class. It's not like that you see it right and all these things. Okay, but of course, before entering the class, you will have to take the preparation. Sorry, it may take for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it may take for some kids, it may take 30 minutes. Right? And I will suggest all of you, take the help of technology, taking some records, documents, it will help you in future. I am following this. I am preparing the university question papers and all these things. And if I regards to make a question, I will take only 2 hours for an after, because I have all the things in my system for last 10 years. Whatever the questions are doing, I am recording all these questions. So at a glance, I can take the questions from here. Which questions are wrong, which are wrong. So you take the advantage of technology, it will help us. Similarly, syllabus has been distributed one subject. Suppose 3 teachers will teach one subject. First unit, second unit, third unit. So first paper 1. In paper 2, you have been given third unit. In paper 4, you have been given 4 unit. In all these it's defined: financial accounting, cost accounting, management accounting, and lot of subjects here. So you make a first plan in this semester, this subject, this unit, this subject, this unit, and under this unit, these are the topics. Under this unit, these are the topics. If you have to complete these courses in this semester. Right, and complete and keep, complete and keep. So, all the works should be done with the help of technology. It will help you to reduce your time. And now ChatGPT is there. If you have no paper time, no problem. You put the things the ChatGPT will give the files. But remember, ChatGPT and AI will be a good teacher assistant. He cannot or she cannot be the teacher. Only we, the teacher, can explore this AI in these regards very well. Students cannot, because sometimes it gives some misinformation, right? And we can edit it, but of course it gives a framework, a guidelines, which one should be focused, right? Outline. So we should take the help of AI and ChatGPT. But remember that ChatGPT and AI will be the teacher assistant. It should be it should be my assistant. It should not be my boss. Right? When it will be possible, if I get something and I just teach the students following these things, then it is the boss and I am the assistant. It's not like that. When I extract the information and I edit, I justify, and I then make the short notes and I deliver, then it will work as assistant. So AI will be the assistant and I will be the assistant and I was. So it will save you time. So what I'm saying, lesson plan to me is a plan how to provide that class. It's nothing formal. Yeah, the students pursuing here, they are doing the formal lesson plan. That is good. We have to learn how they make the plan. But as a professor, we don't have any so much time. But before entering into the class, we need to in few seconds, few minutes, what I am going to do there, right? So, teaching innovations, research publications, mentoring participation in committees, maintaining documentation, evidence for that, all these things only for personal, I believe, only for personal development. And if I do this, it will help my institution. Right? And of course, all the teachers have some experience with this fantastic teaching experience, and also I had some experience. I remember one student. I just want to tell this story. When I joined Lunia College, I was there for 11 years. I started from Tripura for 11 years. So when I went there, then annual system was there. A boy, he passed all the honor subjects, his four honor subjects, but failed in five pass subjects. So student is peculiar. He cleared all the honor subjects, four honor subjects, but failed in all the pass subjects, five pass subjects. And number of students only five in first semester. Then the student came to me. My experience was at that time maybe 2 or 3 months. The student came to me, and I suggested and guided. In the next year, he cleared all the subjects, honors and pass. Then he said, sir, now what will be my next education? You suggest. Then I told him to go or you pursue what you want to do. No, the difference. I have given options, and he selected one option for LLB, and he went reasonable and he completed LLB. Now he is practicing at Virginia law. So now he is more than developed some relatives, and he is ready to start at any time at any point. So I helped him as a teacher, but he has made a good relationship. So I remember me by name. So these examples you also have now. So what I'm saying, I'm saying I'm storing this point here only for this reason. These points you see, this is for the personal development. In all the cases, you have the publications, you are mentoring, what I give the example of mentoring. So many examples are there, so many examples are there. One boy, the morning was he met me, he was driving bicycle and delivering the books of sleeping. And he came to me and he asked me, my college. So I'm sure when he will come out, he will refund my money. It's not easy. And I am not demanding his money. But he will refund the money, I'm sure. Because the line is, the man is poor for honesty. This is not correct. The man is rich for honest. That is correct. English. So the poor man always honesty one. Because in that sense, right? So what I'm saying, we should uh, give emphasis also that mentoring documentation is critical, but we are doing it. UGC is saying that you document it whatever. NAC is saying that you document it whatever. That is important because they want to see what you have done. So NAC has given this power to share with you because NAC is saying that you make it documentation. And now I am showing because it's not like that the publicity. I'm telling you, you also involve with the students in this way and we get the return. I'm getting the return. If you go to my Facebook, you will see the comments of my students. I'm getting the return. The publicly they are saying all these things. The publicly they are ready to disclose all the things in public. So this is the return from mentoring. Research, personal, HEI score will increase publications, mentoring, participation in committees. This is also personal development. If you sometimes faculty want to speak from the committee in all the cases. No, sir, please don't be responsible. I will not be able to do this. Don't do this. It is very good you have got a chance to be implemented in the farm. So you will learn, you will develop. If you not learn, well, you will get the top level, then you will get the confidence. So actually, you have got a chance to try to understand and learn. Maintaining documentation and evidence for that. That is the issue. What you are doing? What you are doing? You have to maintain the documents. Then next, outcome based. Sorry, sir. COPOPSO. Understand? POSO. Okay. Uh, Conducting CU attending hours. This is for engineering field. So faculty's responsibilities. In earlier slide, I was talking about the responsibilities of the faculty in general colleges and institutions who are working under UGC. And here it is under AICT, that is NBA accreditation, right? Next one is NEP 2020. What faculty should implement? We are under the headlines of governance, right? So model of the governance is UGC, NBA, AICT, NEP 2020, right? NEP 2020 is saying like that. So you want the role of the faculties. NEP expectations from the faculty, right? The first expectation is that we should support them. That is the first expectation. We should support them. It's not like that to oppose them because we are working under government, right? So government has implemented, so I have no right to oppose. It's not from the viewpoint of some ideology and organizational view. We are the employees of the government. So government is saying that NEP 2020 is implemented. So on that point, it is our responsibility to follow the rules, regulations of NEP so far. So this is the first expectation. Promote multidisciplinary and holistic education. Now, multidisciplinary. What is this? To share your like multidisciplinary. What does it mean? Sir, multidisciplinary people. Okay. Okay. Anything want to add? Anyone? Multidisciplinary. Hmm. So you were looking this point from the students aspect, right? From the institutional aspect, multidisciplinary means there will be multiple subjects, like is arts, commerce, science, medical, engineering, all these things will be in under one umbrella. Why? It's not only that the student has the scope to take the subjects along with the physics and chemistry, the Sanskrit, not like that. But also a student of physiology can interact with the student of Sanskrit. It's not only that students will learn from the teacher, students may learn from his or her peer also. Right? When they were in a same group, they are spending time after the class, they will learn from other students also. So NEP's first suggestion, the institution will have the facility of multidisciplinary subjects. It's not possible that one student will learn all the subjects, but the facility should be there. And of course, the sir and madam is saying the student has the scope to learn multiple subjects. Why it is? Why the physics students will go for the Sanskrit or the Bengali the chemistry students will go for literature? Why? Why? Because this is NEP. NEP has first identified one is for profession and one is for his soul. I may be the person of accounting I'm doing, but at the end of the day, I may love to perform something, say, reciting a poem and all. So one is for professional and one is for my heart. So he has given this opportunity. Right. So this is the point. Promote multidisciplinary and holistic education. You promote from educational institution aspect. I'm talking. And student, of course, the same thing. The student has the scope to explore different subjects at the same time. Adopt ICT, we know, digital learning, and holistic, holistic education. Please explain to me. What is holistic education? Yes. Yeah, sir. I'm giving the answer. Yes, she's right. I'm giving the answer from management. In management, we use two words. One is growth and one is development. Right? So growth means in one set, right? Suppose I saw this larger than that of me. That is growth. It's not growth, right? One person has this muscle power is better than the it's true. But development is something else. Competency, right? It is the physical power, the mental power, and it's very much well mentally not easy, right? So the comprehensiveness indicates the development. And one side is called growth. GDP growth, economic growth, right? But human development index is low. GDP is high, human development index is low, this is not development. This is economic growth, fine. But development indicates something else. So holistic education means education, the definition the Vivekananda teach, right? বিবেকানন্দ রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুর তারা যে শিক্ষার কথা বলেছিল সেই শিক্ষার প্রয়োজন যাতে করে তার পূর্ণ ডেভেলপমেন্ট পূর্ণ বিকাশ আজীবন কমিউনিকেশন so ah same thing what if he wants to know or what if he wants to be self actualization কি বলতে চায় তার ভিতরে কি আছে সেটা পুরোটাকে জানিয়ে দেওয়া সেটাকে বলা হচ্ছে so you have you encompass all the scopes, right? Meditation, learning, net learning, so the student can be developed figure in the future. So you are providing these kind of facilities. Adopt ICT, digital learning, blended models. Issue আমরা জানি, implement academic bank of credits (ABC). You know what about ABC? Can you tell me the figure? How many students have been registered in this platform till now? ABC. How many students? Now it's compulsory, but do you have any idea how many students within 2 3 years, how many students have registered already? It's very interesting figure. It's more than 4 crore students have registered their names in this platform. So still someone are those NEPs failing than what we are. Ah. It's more than 4 students already have registered their names in every platform. It's not too functioning. It will take time because in the earlier section I was saying that the states which are not favoring the energy, they are also compared. They are supposed to implement energy. Why? Because when the student will take admission in West Bengal, they will look for this opportunity. We see there or what. If not there, so if the student transfer from West Bengal to Bangalore, this credit will not be counted. Yeah. This credit will not be counted. So that question will ask, why this is not implemented in your state? So that states are bound. So lot of things are here, the states are bound to. So ABC, we are getting the result of this NEP implementation in case of ABC Academic Bank of Credit, but it's not still we cannot say this running successfully because to get the result successfully, the institution has to upload the mark and the cover. We have to transfer the credit into an academic bank of credit. If we are not able to transfer, the staff, faculty, administrative bodies will transfer. If we are not able to transfer the credit of the students, they will not able to check their academic credit. So accounts are there. The preliminary stage is working well. But the second stage, after getting the course, completion of the course, they want to see what is the score, what is the credit. If they are not able to find the credit, then you have. So we are at this stage. Shift to skill-based and competency-driven pedagogy, engage in continuous professional development, encourage research, innovation, incubation, use Indian knowledge system, যেটা নিয়ে আমরা একটু আগে অনেক কথা বলেছি, Indian knowledge system. So NEP কথা বললাম, faculty responsibilities in governance. গভর্নেন্সে আমাদের ভূমিকা কোথায়? আমি দেখুন আমি repeatedly say governance, leadership, all these things are almost same. We are talking about the governing body of as UGC. Now, as part of the governing body, we are framing out the curriculum. Understand? When you have made the syllabus, then you are the part of the governance. But when you are improving yourself for FEI score, then UGC is the governance. Internal quality contribution. This slide is where you can contribute as a part of the governance. So curriculum design, internal quality contributors, research mentors, examination, evaluation experts, ethical and regulatory compliance officers, student mentors and counselors, committee members, anti-ragging, grievance, ethics, and board of studies. So where we can contribute as part of the governance. Easy points, all of you are doing it. It's not a very hard job. Now, documentation and compliance, most important for faculty. Course files, syllabus, lesson plan, research, publication records, student mentoring records. This is most important, documentation. I don't know whether you people are recording or not, but I am asking everyone to maintain the technology, to use the technology for documentation. After 10 years, 15 years, it's not fine. Last time I have delivered, it's required to submit my all documents, and a lot of documents are missing. I'm not getting the documents. I'm maintaining, still I have missed some. Suppose regarding resource person, this is the totally 91 lecture, 91 lecture I am delivering, but I have a difference of 17. Rest of us are missing. The files are there. When I get the invitation, I just open one folder, the number serial number is 79, and the name is this, the institution's name, and I keep all the related documents, including this PPT, this office order, from institutions office order, from host institutions order in the same folder, including files. So, this documentation is very important. It will save you time, it will help you. So I'm requesting everyone for a possible ability to maintain the documentation, and the students will get the benefit from it. In my college, I have started to record all the question papers of previous question papers. So every now net is forcing you to keep the question paper on the website. So in that case also, documentation is very important. And best part is that not file, technology. If you use technology, it is possible to find out the student's record by passing in the personal section. It will save you time. So documentation, course files, research publications records, student mentoring records, extension outreach activities, examination documents, PTA, it's not correct, no? MPP, right? MPP and training certificates, consultancy and project evidence, proof of innovations and teaching learning. So, in all the cases, we have to keep the documentation. If we want for my development and institutional development. If we don't keep the record documents after 5 years when net will visit, then it will not exist. Because documentation. Now the importance of documentation has been increased. Why? Because that team is not executing the institution, they want to see the documents. Yes, oh, sorry. uh, IQC, feedback collection and analysis. Like feedback collection, who will give the feedback? Who, what the stakeholders? Yes, students will give the feedback. Right? How you are teaching, about your performance, about the college, the students will get it. So here also it is important to develop ourselves. Right? So parents and other stakeholders. Developing innovative teaching practices, participating in audits and quality initiatives, preparing departmental reports for AQAR, ensuring compliance with NAC benchmark. So, what I'm saying is the point is faculty management as a part of governance. As a part of governance, you are doing it. You have to do it. So, IQC faculty engagement. Next, governance challenges in India. What are the challenges? High administrative workload. আপনারা এটাই বলবেন প্রচুর কাজ I agree. প্রচুর কাজ হিউজ ওয়ার্ক ক্লাস থেকে অন্য কাজ administrative workload rapid regulatory changes after a certain period of time changing order has come you have to comply this you have to comply this limited research funding and facilities student quality variations pressure to meet documentation standard. Understand? Documentation standard maintain করার জন্য একটা pressure সবসময় থাকে. Without documentation, it will not be counted. Balancing teaching, research, administration. This is very tough. Those who are working in other offices, they need not prepare to learn daily, but we need to learn. We need to update ourselves. So teaching, not only teaching, we have to learn first, then we have to go to the class because lesson plan is suggested. And the research work and administration. So we are aware of it and we have to make the balance. And for this purpose, we need to be a good academician leader. There are various types of leaders. Generally, when someone says that leader, it comes to our mind that politician leader, not like that. Leader may be politician, may be religious leader, may be sports leader, and we are academic leader. Right? We have to be a leader. In the classroom, when I will be a good leader, then the whole class will follow me. In the department, if I am a good leader, then the departmental faculty will always follow me. In my institution, if I am a good leader, then only other faculties will follow me. So I have to be a good leader. I mean, so the present crisis in our country is to become a good leader. And that is why we find some problems in huge number of families. Right? Nobody is listening. The spouse is not listening the other. Nobody is listening the other. So this is the problem of proper. So we teach the recipe. We the teacher teach the recipe. When we get opportunity, we teach the skills. Be a good leader. In your family, you will be a good leader. In your area, village, you will be a good leader. In your club, you will be a good leader. Right? In your school, you will be a good leader. So leadership quality should be. Uh, and only then we can balance teaching, research, administration, and other activities. Right? So that is how faculty can strengthen governance. Once again, participate. Any committee you participate. If you get the chance, you participate. Right? Maintain transparent and timely documentation. Engage community outreach. Mentor students effectively. Contribute policy formulation. Promote an ethical, inclusive academic culture. Support NAP 2020 reforms. That is from my part. Because why? Because as you are a faculty of the government, the government is saying we follow this. So we are bound to follow this. So we can strengthen our governance in this way. I think you all of you will agree. We should do it, right, sir? Best practices for faculty. আজকের এই যে এফডিপি শেষ হচ্ছে হোয়াট এফডিপি সাজেস্টস মানে আমার যে সেশন শেষ হচ্ছে গভর্নেন্স আইডেন্টিফাই গভর্নেন্স চ্যালেঞ্জেস ইন ইউর ডিপার্টমেন্ট you just think about it what are the challenges and map your teaching activities to UGC and NAC and NBA requirements create a sample of COPU mapping for one course review your documentation readiness for graduation. Conclusion. Faculty are the core drivers of governance, quality, and compliance. Effective participation in governance leads to improved quality of education, better accreditation outcomes, stronger institutional reputation, and student success and national development. So, with this, I would like to stop my lecture here. If you have any question, you can ask me. Please. And you can also add with these things. Any question, discussion, please. Sir, not question, you can add. Question করলে পারবো না আচ্ছা করতে পারেন question you can raise question sir please you হ্যাঁ anything you want to add হ্যাঁ course mentor Hmm. Yeah, teacher. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I understood. I understood. I understood. What he's saying, he's suggesting, I know about it. Regarding the mentorship, in our cases in Tripura, it's not following. In outside state, in some colleges and universities, there when mentorship comes into the scenario, then what they're doing, they engage teacher and the senior students as mentor, right? So when some students will face difficulties, problems, these junior students will go to the senior first. The senior will solve the problem as a mentor, right? If they fail, then only come to the professor, teacher. Yeah, including his personal problem. Hmm. Yeah, this is very. Yeah. Thi- yes, yes, yes. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'm adding with this. He's addressing one point that not only study problem, also personal problem. I'm sharing one example, personal problem, how to deal with. I have already given one example. One student, after uh, admission, he's not coming to the college, right? Engineering student. Now he is not coming, and his mentor is one teacher. So teacher has shared with me. So he was collecting information from his parents and also from him, and it's found that he had a classmate admitted in the engineering college, and he was outside the state for engineering courses. After 1 year, he came back and joined in the same college. Now, what happens? His uh, কি বলবো? I can say lover. His lover is senior than that of him. This is the issue. Now he wants to complete the engineering degree within 3 years. This becomes a problem of him. And for this reason, he has become disturbed and he is skipping the classes. He is not coming to the college. At any situation, he wants to complete 3 years, 4 years degree in 3 years. Now, how did it become possible? So he is frustrated and he is not in the classes. And mentor has the responsibility to solve this problem, address this problem. He has called his student, guardian, and they have come and he disclosed, this is my problem. Now, what can I do? Now, after counseling, the problem has been resolved. That is mentorship. And in case of AICT, who is the mentor of the students, it is flashed in the website. It is written in the website. So Mr. X is the uh, mentor of these 15 students. It is mentioned in the website. And the second point, he was saying that we need to collect the feedback from the students after completion of the courses. Yes. In my college, Ram Thakur College, I'm the convener of NEC committee. So we have developed one system just 7 months ago, and we are getting the result. We have created one Google form, and we have given in the office room. Whenever students will come to collect the mark sheet, he or she has to submit this Google form. And in this Google form, all details are there. Now, what he is doing, what she is doing, whether she or he is pursuing higher studies and all these things. Not only mark sheet, also certificate. Because mark sheet comes immediately, certificate comes after 2 years or 3 years. So within 2 3 years, whether he or she is settled down somewhere, she or he is reporting here. So we are getting the information easily because we have the so many students, 6,000 students. So at least 10% students we are getting without any extra labor. All these things are documented automatically. So we are doing it. So everybody, we should try for that also. So thank you. Anything he has shared his views. Anyone wants to share, please? Any point? Hmm. 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 Following gem. Huh. Hmm. It becomes possible. Uh, hmm. Yeah, and we need to compromise the quality of the product also. If we, yeah, if we go for that, it may be delay and it will take time. It becomes, I know. Hmm. What about your lower purchasing committee? Okay. Uh, uh, hmm. Complex quality. Yes, yes, yes. This is the issue. Yeah. No, see, what I think, I believe that when one new thing comes into the scenario, then it will have some problems. No doubt is there, right? Suppose implementation or introduction of GST, goods and services tax, right? When it is implemented, so many problems were there. Now you will not find a single person who is talking against the GST, goods and services tax. So this is transition period. Now GEM came probably in the year 2017, if I'm not wrong, right? So after coming GEM, now few facilities are there. We can't deny it. Few things are good, but in some cases we need to sacrifice. I have also the experience regarding the GEM. We have bought it, but it has not been installed, and it has been damaged. So this kind of experience there, but I think these things are reported, and time will come, the things will be solved, resolved. Northeast, yeah. Delay delivery time. Uh, okay, sir, in the sir, no, sir, it has the solution, sir. Sir, for this reason, I am suggesting you just search the local seller. In Jam also, local seller is there. For greaser, why you are choosing the seller from Bangalore or Bombay? You chose the local seller. The option is there, and guidelines also suggesting us. No, no, no. As per FRSR, no, sir, no, sir. You go to the FRSR rules. I think there is a guidelines. Local, we can purchase up to a certain extent from the local seller, and greaser is not so much costly, na. So we can buy it from. We are buying from local seller interactive board, spending 80,000. So greaser is the cost of greaser maybe 10,000 up to maximum 15,000. So it can be bought from the local seller. Yeah, yeah. Then I have to talk informally. Then I have to informally. Some local sellers are there. If you connect physically with them, that I want to buy this brand, this price, they upload and we can buy it. So this is informal, right? We can take this advantage also. Suppose I'm ready to buy this HP machine for the college or computer. So I'm talking that gentleman that if you upload this and price is that, national price is that, If you upload this, I will buy from you. And that can be done, sir. Through GEM, that can be done. Yeah, that is good. Win-win situation. Win-win, sir. Win-win situation. This is not nothing wrong, because I'm getting the goods within 7 days, and I know the seller, right, vendor. So if any technical problem, I can find this person. So from this part, I'm in a winning situation, and from his part, he is winning because he is selling the good, right? So this is winning, and you know, yeah, one in taxation, three words are there. One is called tax planning, one is called tax avoidance, one is called tax evasion. Tax planning means it is legal, it is ethical, right? It is your right to minimize the amount of tax at the end of the year. Tax planning. Tax avoidance means it is legal but not ethical. Means how to reduce the tax, avoiding some part of this your income and all these things. Somehow this is legal but not ethical. And tax evasion, it is illegal and unethical, right? So the second one is not bad, legal but unethical. So what is I'm saying, informal, that is legal but unethical, because jam is the place where I don't know the physically the customers, buyers or sellers, right? They don't know each other. So in that case, I get to get the advantage, some advantages, the prompt delivery and the correct product. We have bought some 10 computers, and after purchasing, we have sent these computers for testing, and we have found that they are not providing the exact device as per specification. Yes, they have not provided the computer as per specification. Local seller, and we have called him, and he has exchanged these products. So this is going on. So, if there is no question, we can stop here. Thank you very much, everyone, every participant. Uh, like, do you miss